It is Wednesday, August 31st in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back with our 3 favorite picks of the day. It's the final day of August. Let's end the month with a bang. We got 2 game picks coming your guys' way and 1 no-run first inning.
As always, guys, just do us a favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Really helps us grow this channel. Also, while you're down there, how about you drop a like if we've been making you some money?
And we've been on a great tear. Let's keep it going. The king of 2-1s are back for another 2-1 day recap from yesterday. Reds team total. The Reds have been an absolute wagon, helping us get that done 2 straight days. They get that done pretty early, I think in the 3rd inning. Mariners, Tigers, no run first inning cashes. The Rangers plus 1.5, the thing that avoided us from getting that illustrious sweep we've been being eluded from for a while. They had chances. Of course, Seager, Simeon, all those guys didn't really show up, still only losing by 2 runs. But look at this run, Logan. Last 9 days, a lot of 2-1s. That's why I said the king of 2-1s. We had 7 2-1 days in the last 9. Had profit in 8 of those 9 days. Hopefully, we've been helping you make some money. And if we have, consider hitting that subscribe button. We certainly would appreciate it. If you want to go even a step further, you can drop a like. If you want to go even a step further, go become a COS All-Star. Hit that join button on the channel. Only $2.99 a month. We have a couple new All-Stars. John 505. We got Oak Athletics back 0304. We got Dr. K Andy. We appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. I have 2 final notes. Number 1. Our college football best bets video is live on the channel. We talked all about Thursday and Friday slate. If you want to go check that out, we certainly would appreciate it. We'll link it in the description, comment section, at the end of the video, all that. You can definitely find it. It was the most recent video posted last night. Number 2, we had a fantasy football mock draft last night. Or not mock draft, a real draft with a bunch of people you love. Straight Fire Picks, Guy Boston Sports, all the King Sanders, you name it. We had it. It was a lot of fun last night. Thanks to everyone that came out and showed some love. But Logan, let's try to give the people another 2-1 day. End August. We'll recap all of August in tomorrow's video. What's your first play for the people?
Yeah, we're going to the A's versus Nationals game, and I'm taking the under 8.5 total runs in this one. Minus 105 on points bets, your best value, as Austin's pulling it up right here. It's pretty standard, though, across the books, like minus 110, minus 105. That's not a huge difference to me. And I'm not going to tell you where the public percentage is on this one because I don't want to trigger anybody like I triggered yesterday. So let's start with the starting pitchers. Anibal Sanchez is on the mound for the Nationals. 0, 1, and 3 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. I love how he's kind of turned it around. 2.51 ERA in his last 3. Look, I wouldn't have touched Anibal Sanchez like 4 or 5 starts ago. Wouldn't have touched him with a 10-foot pole, but he has improved a lot. He's finally kind of dialed in. Now, what is a problem for Sanchez still? Walks are a problem. But Oakland, 26th in walks drawn on the road. Oakland, these 2 teams, the good news is they're not very plate disciplined. If you throw them some off speed outside the zone or something, they will chase. You throw it in the dirt, they will chase. And Oakland, struggles versus off speed. Anibal Sanchez is known for the off speed, pitches. He throws this one pitch off speed. It's like 60, 70 miles per hour. It's ridiculously slow. He made a Padres guy look absolutely silly against it. But that's what he's known to do. And I wish I could add some numbers to this. I only remember watching an A's game and the telecast and the Oakland Athletics, commentators were like, we're just so bad versus off speed. And they pulled up some numbers. Can't find those numbers. If you guys have any sites where you can show a team versus certain pitches, let me know because I would love to use it. But now what might be concerning for Sanchez in this particular bet is his home runs allowed, right? He does give up a lot of home runs, a lot of missed location, but also Oakland 28th in home runs, this month. Not a team that's been absolutely just knocking the cover off the baseball as of recently. So you know what, this bet, as you can kind of tell, is just kind of an indictment against these 2 offenses. Now, who's on the mound for the A's? We got Caprillion, 8, 2, and 2 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. 4.08 ERA on the road, not extremely high. Yeah, I mean the 8 earned run performance really sticks out. He just absolutely got rocked in his last time out. But you know what? That's just baseball for you. And you got the good starts and you got the bad starts. Walks, are a problem for Caprillion like they are Sanchez. Like that's kind of like what scares me a little bit about this bet. And it's why I'm not putting 10 units on it, but I still do like it because, I mean, if you look at his last 2 starts, 6 and 4 walks in his last 2 starts. But again, Washington, 23rd in walks drawn at home. These 2 teams, as I mentioned, are not very plate disciplined. And now Caprillion has had a rough August. It's been an August to forget for the boy. 6.17 ERA in the month of August, but he's very capable of dialing back into that July Caprillion, right? In July, he was rocking a 1.93 ERA. So he was a really good pitcher a month ago, if you can believe it. And this month, he just needs to dial back in. He needs to, get back to showing more control. I think Washington is the team to do it against, right? Washington 17th in batting average, 24th in OPS at home. This is just not a juggernaut offense. Like, it's now or never, Caprillion. So I do think he'll dial it in. And these two bullpens, Washington 21st in bullpen ERA, Oakland 19th in bullpen ERA. They're back of the pack. I mean, these are bad baseball teams, but you know what? It's not the bet that's like super sexy and you're just gonna go put your next paycheck on it. But it's the type of bet that cashes this time of year. So that's why we're rolling with it. But Austin, what do you got for us today?
All right, Logan. So I'm going to start with a little bit of trivia for the people. Let's talk about the last 3 games. Who has scored the most runs? Number 1, you got the Diamondbacks. Number 2, you got the Royals. Number 3, you got today's pick of a team total, which we've been dialed in on. Taking the Detroit Tigers, team total over 3.5 runs. That would be correct. They've scored the 3rd most runs in the MLB over the last 3 games, and that's minus 105 on DraftKings. You can see FanDuel's a little bit more juice, the most juice, minus 114, but more or less pretty standard across the books. Now, also in terms of that, you look at yesterday, the Tigers were held scoreless until the 8th inning. They went up against George Kirby. He threw a gem, threw 5 shutout innings. Then they went up against Chris Flexen, who threw 2 shutout innings. Then they got to him in the 8th and 9th, scoring 3 runs. So just missing on the hook for this one. And you look at the Tigers, like I said, they've quietly turned it around. Now, yes, yesterday took the Reds. They were a 50-win ball club. And they got their first win, and they got a win against the Cardinals, stole a lot of coin. Tigers, a 50-win ball club. Could they be stealing some coin today? I say they might actually win this game outright. Now, the Tigers scored 4+ runs in 8 of their last 11 games. Quietly been doing pretty good. And today, they're going to face the Mariners, like I talked about, and they're going to be facing Marco Gonzalez. Now, Gonzalez, a lefty. We'll talk about that in a second. Keep that in the back of your mind. Gonzalez on the year, 3.97 ERA, 1.38 whip. You look at it as you go to Baseball Savant, you see his expected ERA at a 4.8. So the books are like, all right, this guy's going to get a little bit lucky. Expected batting average, 273. On the road, Mr. Gonzalez, a little bit worse. 4.6 ERA, a 1.61 whip. That whip is very high. And you look at Gonzalez's last 4 road starts, a 6.89 ERA. Look, he's opposing teams that scored 2, 7, 7, and 6 runs over that time span. The one team that scored 2 runs was the Athletics. Not a great offense. Great pick, Logan. Now, in July and August, we look at it. He's allowed a 320 batting average across those 2 months. And his last 2 starts, you might look at him and say, he's kind of turned it around. Well, he played the A's and the Guardians. Now you look at the A's. 3rd worst batting average versus lefties. Guardians, 6th worst batting average. Even though the Guardians have some talented hitters with Amed Rosario, Steven Kwan, and Jose Ramirez. They're still not very good against lefties. Tigers, surprisingly, to my surprise, probably to a lot of you guys' surprise, Tigers, 7th best batting average this year versus left-handed pitchers, 266. Over the last 30 days, I believe that number is about 250-ish. So they've still been pretty good, and the Tigers are a much better offense at home than they are on the road. Actually average 0.57 more runs at home than on the road this season. Once Gonzalez comes out, so if you want to go first 5 team total, go for it. Although, I don't really like touching those first 5 team totals. But once he comes out, Mariners bullpen, nothing to scare me. I'm not too worried about it. Look, it's decent. It's like 12th in bullpen ERA over the last 30 days. They're around 14th. They're okay bullpen, not the best, not the worst. So my team total today, which we've been dialed in on, I love the Reds, but I don't want to bet against Jose Quintana. So today I'm going against Marco Gonzalez, the lefty. Taking Tigers, team total over 3.5. Hopefully they can keep those team totals rolling in, making you guys some money because I see you guys tailing. So hopefully they can get it done. But Logan, yesterday we got to wave these flags. You best believe we're going to try to wave them again. It's Derby Nation time. Get that music out. Get the flags out for the COS All-Stars. We're going to keep rolling. Logan, I'm going to let you do the honors and tell them a lean that we considered. But I'm going to start with our official pick because we are going to Yankees and Angels. No one first inning, minus 120 on BetMGM. Now, you see BetMGM giving us the best value over here. FanDuel, a little bit more juice. FanDuel actually giving you plus value on the yes run first inning. That's not what we do here. Now, let's talk about why we like this one. Now, on the mound for the Angels today will be the man by the name of Patrick Sandoval. 16-5 on no one first innings, having to go up against that Yankees offense. Hopefully, he can get through the LeMahieu because they've been intentionally walking Aaron Judge for fun just to troll people. But look, Sandoval has been pretty good at home. 8-3 on no one first innings at home. He's actually been pretty dialed in August. The final day of August, hopefully he can keep that run going because a 1.07 ERA, just a 193 batting average allowed this month. So look at the Yankees. Yes, they have firepower. They got the LeMahieu. They got Rizzo. They got Judge. They got Benintendi now, 4th in both and first inning runs. But they've really been slow as of late. So I think Sandoval can get us his first 3 outs. Who's pitching for the Yankees today?
Yeah, we've got Garrett Cole going, and I know the stigma behind Garrett Cole. Oh my gosh, Garrett Cole just tosses first inning turkeys. believe it or not, he's 22-4 on NRFIs this year. That's a really great record. And Nicole is also 11-1 on NRFIs on the road. So I actually won't take any Garrett Cole slander. Like he's been a great pitcher in the first inning. He had like a couple meltdowns on the year. All right, that happens every now and then to good pitchers. Now the Angels, 18th in first inning runs. It's a back of the pack offense. I think Garrett Cole really should be able to navigate his way through this top half of the order. As long as I don't know if Rengifo's batting in the top half of the order, but please leave us alone.
That's what I was going to look on my phone right now for people that are curious. Because if Rengifo hits a home run and that's how we lose, I'm not coming back tomorrow. You got the wrong guy. I just can't.
Yeah, we straight up, I'm sending him a strongly worded letter if Rengifo homers on us again, because that would be 3 straight Angels NRFIs lost to the same dang guy. So I mean that's unlucky. But the over under set to 7.5. So I mean they're not expecting a whole lot of runs between these two teams. So I really do like this one, Austin. I think we have a good pick on this one. Another one that you kind of mentioned on our radar was the Red Sox Twins one. We were looking at that one. There's just a lot of really annoying offensive players in there. That one has solo home run written all over it. So, we've gotten wronged on a few Twins NRFIs. So we're going to avoid that one. We're going to go to this Yankees Angels one where we think it's a little bit safer. Let's fly the flags today, Austin.
Yeah, of course. We're flying these flags. Rengifo does bat in the 4 slot. So clean up coming in hot. He's going to ruin us again. If he does, people that might not know, he's ruined 2 of our our bets on our NRFIs against the Angels on just a solo blast with 2 outs. That's just how he's ruined it. It's just been brutal. And the guy has 9 or 10 home runs on the year. So brutal. We did consider that Reds Cardinals NRFI with Mike Minor and Jose Quintana. It's plus value, like plus 115 on BetMGM, but FanDuel's got it at like even value. So a little bit suspect. That could be a NRFI trap, but like we ain't going out there and trusting Mike Minor. So that's our NRFI of the day. We're getting into our parlay of the day now. Of course, it's on OddsJam. If you want to go check it out, definitely go do it. It's in the top link in the description. Like yesterday's was not a good pick, but today we're coming back. We got Tigers plus 1.5, so kind of double dipping on the Tigers. And then we got the Orioles Guardians over 7.5. If you want to hear exactly why we like each of those legs, go hit that OddsJam link in the description. And like I mentioned at the top of the show, college football best bets video. It's on the screen right now. Go click it. Go check it out. We talked about 5 games on Thursday and Friday slate, so you have some time to check it out. Logan, we had a good time. You brought out the brooms last week in college football. You're doing it again, hopefully. Hopefully we can continue to make you guys some money. Let's go for our 5th straight 2-in-1 day in a row, our 9th straight winning day in the last 10. Let's keep it rolling, people. Let's end August on the hot note. We'll see you guys in the next one.